Good evening, crew. Captain Shane here in the MD-11 again. It's been a few days since I've flown it. I was in the 757 and it's a fun plane, but it's so slow. MD-11's a lot faster for me. We're in Toronto, Canada right now, and I'll be participating in a event that we're doing on the UPS Virtual Air Cargo website. Basically, we're doing a thing called the Turkey Fly-In Challenge, where we're supposed to be hauling in whatever cargo we're hauling into Louisville counts towards this. And I'm flying on behalf of my hub, which is the Hamilton hub. And obviously, we're in last place from all of the hubs that have been participating because we're one of the smallest. But I'm going to fly a leg tonight and try to bump our numbers up a little bit. We're obviously competing with a lot of big hitters here. But MD-11 hauls a lot of cargo, so hopefully we can add, give us an honorable mention, if nothing else, right? Okay, so in the MD-11, let's go ahead and get started here. Electronic flight bag is on. Let's get some power on the jet.
Autopilot.
Some lights on in here. All right, parking brake. Let's release that. Oh, I think I need to swatch my controls over here. Oh, we're good on MD-11. Okay, parking brake, gear handle, smart cars. Let's get that fired up. Nice. We're flying on VATSIM. I don't know if I copied the route. Probably should have. Maybe we'll get my route real quick. I'll put that in here. There we go. That's our route. Move that off to the side. Okay, engine AP fire test. Let's do it a few days since I've flown this. Let's do everything right here.
Engine 1, fire. Engine 2, fire. Engine 3, fire.
Okay, and let's see our light system test.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Hey, IRSs. Hydraulics. Alright, emergency power switch on. Emergency lights armed. Windshield defog on. Logo lights and taxi logo lights and nav lights are on. No smoking. Seatbelts. Takeoff warning.
Stabilizer. Flat. Stabilizer. Flat.
Okay. Takeoff warning test is good. EIS panel. Let's get that. Traffic data. Traffic data. BR12. We're gonna have we'll do Wixer on the left and terrain on the right. Data plan over here. There we go. And weight and balance. Let's take a look at that tonight. So flight plan. Where is my flight? You know, one moment, please. Okay, thanks for your patience. I'm back. It's bedtime around here at my house, and my son wanted me to tuck him in, so. Okay, what are we doing here? Flight plan stuff, right? Okay, sim brief. Oof, that cost index. 360 cost index 20. Alright, so we got 43,000 pounds of fuel on board. Trip is 21. Cargo weight 187. That's a lot. Okay. Alright. Live streaming. 187. 187. Taxi fuel 2,000. The block is 43.5. Oh no, 43.5 there, and the trip is 21,000. Okay, takeoff CG 21.7. Takeoff weight 42.5. Landing weight 461. Oof. That's yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. Weight and balance is done. Let's get going on the IRSs here. Alright, so let's initialize the IRS. We're gonna go CYYZ to KSDA. Alternate tonight is going to be CVG. Okay, one of these days I'm going to actually divert there and get to check this place out. I've never been there. Cost index 20. Cruise altitude 360. Our flight number tonight is actually my UPS call sign because somebody is using my actual flight number on BATSIM, so I can't use it. Alright, IF's offset 0 and plus 28, so minus 56. Well, let's go. Let's see if they'll let us do it this way. Plus 28. Cool. So temperature stays the same. We have a tailwind component of 20. Okay, fuel looks good. Flight plan. So, per the flight plan tonight, with the current weather, which we'll listen to again to confirm, but we're looking at runway 5 for departure. Okay, and we're on the mix at 7 with the Gentry transition. Let me insert that. There it is. Go ahead and connect the dots on that. It's essentially going to look like that. But we'll fly straight ahead until we get the vectors, but at least the nav waypoints will be connected there, right? Okay. After that, so after Gentry, we've got Rent. R-I-N-T-E. And then we're going to pick up the D-Lamp arrival, the Rent transition, and we're looking at runway 35 right tonight, which is probably going to mean a flaps 50 landing. No, I want the ILS 35 right. And we'll insert that. Yeah, and we're probably going to do a visual approach into 35 right if the weather holds up. Cool. Alright, takeoff data. The temperature outside is 5 degrees Celsius. Slope wind 0 with a 2 knot tailwind across our headwind. We have a 10 knot crosswind. We'll look at that. Flaps 15 will be fine. Oh, I didn't get the flex. Let's go flex 50. Let's 45. That's better. There we go. So take off on the right. Flight plan on the left. We are ready to go. So, we'll get the IRS and FMC is set, so initial cockpit preparation checklist complete. Final cockpit preparation. Fuel quantity confirmed is 43.5 on board. FMC is set and checked. Left takeoff selector is flaps 15. FCP airspeed 250. FCP heading Alright. What is the heading for takeoff here? Looks like it's going to be 057 degrees. Initial altitude, we're going to set up 360 because I don't think we're going to have ATC that's going to tell us otherwise. Altimeters is 2962. Wow. Okay. 2962. Auto brakes. Take off. Okay. Auto cockpit preparation checklist complete. Let's listen to the ATIS because we do have some here. Okay. Alright, let's get back on this ATIS. Just Aviation, I just see you in there in the chat. Hello, sorry if I missed you. Alright, ATIS. Oh, never mind. Looks like we have no ATC here, so we're just going to go ahead and do our own thing. Status page. Set the engine. APU. Let's start it up. Doors and windows. Let's close them up. Aux hydraulic pump 1 is on, and as I wait for APU power, I'm going to go ahead and get my desk set up. When I say I'm setting up my desk, I'm referring to getting my Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo in position, and also lowering my desk. I've got one of these motorized desks that goes up and down, and the Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo setup take up so much room on my desk that I have to kind of move them out of the way if I want to do other stuff. They really get in the way. Alright. And let's lower the desk. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and briefly go over our departure briefing right now. Let's get that out of the way. Because I'm not familiar with... I don't fly out of Toronto very much, so... taxi brief, we're going to take Echo Bravo to Echo. And then we're going to take that over to hotel, take hotel all the way down to Hotel 6, and take off on runway 5 on the Mixit 7 departure. Alright, so this is our brief from runway... Oh, why is it not... Interesting. This is inappropriate. Oh, I'm sorry. I have the wrong mix it. There we go. Runway 5. Time heading 057 to 1000. Timing left turn to heading 047 or as a sign. Expect radar vectors to mobile. Then proceed via depicted route. So we're just going to do 1000 feet, make a right hand turn to go to mobile, and continue straight out of here. That's the plan tonight. And we'll be heading down to Louisville. Very, very simple. Okay, aux hydraulic, AP power is on, external power is off, parking brake is set. Okay, wheel chocks and ground power unit. Cool. Okay, beacon light on, APU bleed is on. We'll go ignition B tonight and push start.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright, so we're gonna go basically to here, which will put us on the center line, and we'll drive straight ahead.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, let's get the CTAF frequency here for Toronto. CTAF YYZ 118.7. Okay. Toronto traffic UPS 600. We should start at the cargo ramp, tail facing south.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, clear to connect. Is it south? No, I don't think it's actually south. I think it might actually be tail facing southwest. Southwest.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright, crew, let's get going on it. We'll go starting engine number 3. Button out, light on. Okay, indication, there's N2. Oil pressure. Alright, 50% fuel on. Okay, and we got EGT, fuel flow. Button in, light out. Good start on engine number 3, starting 1. Button down, light on. Okay, rotation N2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Hey, button in, light out. Good start on 1, starting 2. Button out, light on. Rotation N2, oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. %. Button in. Light out. Okay, can start all 3 engines. At the start checklist. Engine and wing anti-ice not required. APU bleed is off. APU off.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, while we wait for the ground signal, let's go ahead and do the flaps and slats. Flaps 15, set for takeoff. Spoiler handle. Arm. Dap trim. We need 5.9. Aircraft nose up. Dap trim set. Takeoff data 138, 155, 166, and 176 in the climb out. Takeoff departure brief. We've already discussed it. We're on the mix at 7 out of runway 5. After 1,000 feet, we're going to make a right-hand turn to Moxie, and then as filed. radar.
Hose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, see you later. Taxi lights on. Status page. Okay, alright. Taxi clearance. Alright, Toronto traffic UPS 600, taxi runway 5, from the west cargo ramp via Echo Bravo Echo Hotel 6. Toronto. Alright, crew, I think we're ready for taxi. Parking brakes released, let's give her some gas and go. Okay, nozzle steering, check left, check right, and there's our rudder too. And the brakes, check. Man, I think this doesn't really want to move tonight, does it? Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of an uphill slope here. Alright, that explains a lot. Left turn on Echo, which should be here. And I said there was a sign that said there's Echo. Okay. Hey, coming left. Okay, from Echo, we're going to make a left turn on Hotel. Flight control check. Aileron's left, 3 green. Aileron's right, 3 green. Elevator up, 2 green. Elevator down, 2 green. Flight controls check fleeing clear. I've already got the rudder earlier.
Toronto traffic, Porter 311 departing 5 via ASUS 7 departure.
Who's that? I don't know. Somebody nearby. Hotel's coming up in a couple turns here. This is Hotel here. Alright, so it's gonna be the inner turn here. Oh, there's the aircraft departing on the runway right now. Quite sure what it is. The lights are kind of blaring it out. Okay, now we're just taxi down Hotel. We're basically going to be departing from where that aircraft's at right there. E295. What is that thing? E295? I've never heard of that.
Porter 5311, reject takeoff unstable.
Oh, he rejected takeoff. Porter 311, UPS 600, will you be able to vacate the runway on your own power there?
Yeah, and we're just vacating on the left.
Okay, well that was interesting. They just had a rejected takeoff. Those are can be pretty violent, and if you are going too fast, you basically have to go back and consult with maintenance because you may have overheated your brakes during the rejected takeoff, and you no longer have enough braking margin for a second takeoff. So you have to go back and check on that. So I'm not sure how long that'll take him to get reset for another departure, but in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and take off. Alright, before takeoff checklist, status page, engine. Okay, EAD is checked, green box, exterior lights. Let's go ahead and get them all turned on now.
Charger, quarter flight 311, recycling to runway 05 via Juliet.
Sounds like he's gonna go for it again. So I guess he didn't heat up his brakes that much. On our aircraft, if we want to check that, we go to configuration page. And these are actually the brake temps right here. These numbers. This is your tire inflation. These are your brake temps. Hopefully we don't have a rejected takeoff. Alright, I'm going to check the weather one last time here. Alright, the wind 360 at 13. So that's a left quartering tailwind. Correction, left quartering headwind. So we'll add a little bit of crosswind correction to that. Alright, let's arm profile and navigation. Lower down, make this turn. Alright. Ground traffic UPS 600 heavy departing runway 05 from Hotel 6 on the mixed 7 departure. Toronto. Alright, let's dim these lights. Alright, takeoff clearance is obtained. Runway heading 057. Alright, crew, take off. Okay, bringing the power up, check for stabilized. Alright, engine parameters look good. Let's go auto flight. Take off thrust. Left crosswind correction. Thrust set. Airspeed's alive. A little bit of right rudder to account for that crosswind. 80 knots clamp. V1. Rotate. And positive rate. You're up. Okay. 1,000 feet coming right. Slow there. 176 on the pitch. 176 on the airspeed with pitch. Okay. Rolling out a little bit here. Ground traffic UPS 600 heavy clear. 05 right. our 176 pitch, holding that. Right. That is our acceleration altitude, pitching the nose down.
Trot traffic, report
Speed
flight.
checks, flaps are trapped.
311 departing 5 ASUS 7 departure, so give time.
Alright. Speed checks, flaps are tracked.
Stabilizer motion.
ASUS is messing with my stabilizer right there. That wasn't me. Hey, coming right. Alright, holding 250 pitch there. A little slow, no problem. At 250 pitch. Oh, why is my music still on? I don't need music right now. Okay, once we hit 10,000 feet, I'll turn on the autopilot and let it take it over. Pretty sharp turn they want us to execute there, but our bank angle limit's typically 25, so it's going to be a little bit wider. Okay, 10,000 feet, autopilot engaged. One. Let's take a little bit of fire out of this bad boy. Alright, after takeoff checklist, landing gears up. Track. Spoiler handles. Disarmed. Auto brake. Off. Flaps and slats are up. Retract. Takeoff selector. Flaps 15. EADS check with no alerts. Exterior lights.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, to the line. Pretty decent takeoff out of Toronto. There's the airport. So we started here and taxied over here. Sorry. And departed off of this runway right here. And did a big old loop. Okay, 321 pitch. Let's see what VATSIM radar is showing here. That's our takeoff there. Now where'd that other guy go? He's gone. Oh, bummer. Anyway, that's us. We're airborne and looking good. Guess I can turn the music back on then. So I noticed on Navigraph, they have a new feature called online traffic settings. I think it's kind of cool. It's showing all the VATSIM traffic and major ATC sectionals or sections that are online right now, centers and such. I don't know if it goes down into like that is pretty cool. Look at that. It doesn't show. Oh, I take that back. It shows ATIS and approach. Cool. So it shows centers, ground, that kind of stuff when they're online. I like that. I like that Navigraph has included that. It's a long time coming. I think they should have been here a long time ago. So a pretty new feature that it's added, and I like it. Oh, cool, and it shows our trail. This is neat. I like these new changes that they've made up here. It coming up on 18,000 feet. Alright, 18,000 feet, altimeter standard. And after takeoff checklist. Cool. Now we're just heading up to cruise. It'll be flight level 360. And we're predicted to be there in 48 nautical miles. About 6 minutes. I think it might take a little longer than that. I'll tell you what, man, it just feels so much better flying this thing as opposed to in the 757. Just the speed. I think this is so slow. Everything about it is slow. And this thing is a hot rod in comparison to that. What is our 0055 TA0534? Okay, 4 minutes. Okay, 250-360. Put him on weather. I know we're looking here. Okay, ending fuel on board's looking nice. ETO. Turkeys for Thanksgiving. That's right. We're hauling some turkeys. There's an event going on at our virtual airline here. It's called the UPS Virtual Airline Turkey Fly-In Challenge. So basically, if you want to participate, you fly for your hub, which for us is Hamilton. And every flight that goes into Louisville, whatever cargo you had on board gets added to the total. It's just a little internal competition. My hub, which is Hamilton, we have no chance of winning because I have 16 active pilots. Other ones have much higher ones, so like way more pilots to be flying. And I'm one of the more active pilots, so you know, I just want to make sure we stay on the leaderboard. That'd be nice. Right, how we doing here? Hey, climbing a 335 360. go here.
Altitude.
It's a pretty cool view. See, that's full shot. All right, leveling off. Okay, we are at flight level 360. Okay, top of climb at 208. I'm sorry, top of descent, 218 nautical miles to 514. All right, we got a little time to show. Looks like we're skimming some clouds here. Alright, let's set thrust limits back to auto. Cool. Guess just sit back and relax here. How long is the flight? Let's take a look. So according to my FMC, the estimated time overhead is 0537, which would be about 50 minutes from now. According to Navigraph, the ETA is 39 minutes, so I think I'm gonna trust the FMC a little bit more in there. So we should be on the ground around 5:37 Zulu time, and it's 4:51. So 9 minutes, 48 minutes. We'll be landing. Total flight time should be just a little over an hour. So it's about 400 nautical miles from Toronto to Louisville. So we'll be on the ground around 5:37. Again, 5:37 or 9:37 p.m. if you're in California. Not too long. And then, let's see, we should start descending at 5:15. So about 8 plus 5, 13, 23 minutes we'll start our descent. But before we do that, we'll go over all the planning and stuff. Arrival and all that. know, um, let's see here. How are they looking here? Man, this just looks so much more natural to me. Looking at this overhead panel, it's so much more simple than that overly complex 757 panel. Now, I get it. This plane is a lot newer. The design of the MD-11 was more modern, at least 10 years ahead of the 757, the 767 cockpits. But boy, what a difference it makes. Like, this is just laid out so much better, and there's so much less to do. There's so much automation in the MD-11, even for a late 80s designed aircraft. The amount of automation that they were able to pull off that works is just incredible. Like, when I start this plane up, I literally don't push any of these buttons. Like, it's automatic. I don't turn on the pumps, I don't turn on the electrical, I don't turn on the air system. It's all automatically controlled. On the 757, I do all of it, and there's so many extra buttons and things to click. It just makes it a lot easier to fly this plane. You can focus on flying the plane and not pushing a lot of buttons. FMC, way better. More intuitive and less pages you have to manage to get it to do what you want it to do. So I definitely prefer my MD-11 over the 757. What? I feel like we should be monitoring guard. I never really do that, but I probably should. Alright, well, we need to switch over to Unicom as well. So I got guard on VHF2. VHF1 is Unicom. Yeah, MD-11 is way better. And it's also better looking too. Look at this thing. See what it feels like up here.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Do a little gentle maneuvering up here. So we gotta be very gentle on the controls at high altitude. It's very twitchy otherwise. Alright. Roll. Alright, the autopilot take over. Let's see how it feels. You rarely fly these things at high altitude like that. Alright, there we go. Let's get the weather at Louisville so I know what I'm getting into here. Alright, what do we got here? Wind 290 to 11, so another crosswind. That'll be fun. ILS approaches 3-5 left and 3-5 right are in use. Okay. So, I think we're gonna take we're gonna do a visual approach in a 3-5 right. I have Bergen programmed in. Look at that. And what did it say again for weather? ILS approach is 3-5 right, 3-5 left. Alright, well, why is it ILS? Oh, that's why. Man, okay. View clouds at 2,000, overcast at 2,600 feet. So we have really low cloud layer here. I was going to fly a visual approach into Louisville, but I don't think we can do that with the minimum speed, what those are. 2,000 feet, we won't have, yeah, modified VFR. That's 3 minutes ago. Dang it. Alright. No visual approach tonight. So we'll do ILS. Alright, very well. There's another aircraft. Look at that. There's an aircraft up there. Boeing 737, Southwest Airlines 1006. Let's check that guy out. Right here. Southwest Airlines, so he flew out of Buffalo, New York. And he's heading over to Chicago Midway. That's the plane we just saw. And it looks like we have Alaska Airlines out of Cleveland. He's heading to Seattle. He's substantially lower than us, though, so we won't really see him. Oh, what altitude is he cruising at? Jeez. That doesn't matter. He didn't come up on TCAS because he's so much higher than we are. Alright. We got about 10 minutes on top of descent, so let's go over our descent approach checklist now. Landing data. Alright, so we're gonna be on the right side of the field tonight. That's 35 right. I'm gonna probably go with the flaps 50 landing tonight, just to make sure I have enough, you know, it's kind of a short-ish runway, 8,500 feet. It's not horribly long, short, but we'll do flaps 50 tonight, get of a higher landing weight. Take a look at the runway here. This is 35 left, but we're actually going to do 35 right. We'll swap it over. I thought I picked the ILS 35 right. Vegas, that's what there we go. So landing 35 right, which is the shorter of the two runways at Louisville. We're parking on ramp 6 tonight, so we're going to be landing there. I'll shoot for Delta 5. I think we can make that and come back down Delta, cross 29, and pull into ramp 6. Alright. We're going to be using the D-Lab 8, our nav arrival. So a couple things here to keep in mind. We do have some crossing restrictions here. And at Bico, we need to be at 6,000 feet. We'll make a right turn, a right turn on the Pegasus and fly the ILS in because of the weather being, the tops being pretty low, 2,700 feet. Otherwise, I'd go visual all the way, but it's a little low weather for that. I'll probably start thinking about making a turn towards Upsco near Kells, and we'll start sending down to 3,000 feet to get in a little quicker, so we don't have to fly so far around. ILS 35 right. Might cut the corner here and go in, like I said, from Kells. Might start turning a little bit early to pick it up at Upsco. At Upsco, we need to be at 3,000 feet. So after this, we're going to head down to 3,000 feet, make a right-hand turn, pick up the ILS near Upsco, and take it in. In the event of a missed approach, we're going to do climbing 2,500 feet, then climbing left-hand turn to 4,000 feet on heading 350 outbound the Louisville Radial 332 to Heels, which is DME 28.3, and hold. I don't think we had a misapproach. MSA is 3,600 feet, and the decision height, decision altitude 679 Barrow. Alright, radar, start tilting that down. Decision height is 679 Barrow. There we go. Barrow, MSA 3,600 feet. Seatbelt signs are okay. Do the line. We can start descending here pretty soon. I'll go ahead and reset the altitude down to 10,000 feet. Alright, top percent. Coming up here about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Put this guy back on. Rain. Just wait. Alright, top of the descent's coming up here. Ready to hit down. Alright, vertical alert, heading down. I know what that airport is. It should be CBG down there. Yep. That's one of our main alternates whenever we go into Louisville. That's our primary alternate. Let's check that weather one last time here. 290 at 11. 3003. Descending through 220, leveling up here at ZD, and we'll start back down. This is where we start to get into our altitude restrictions, crossing restrictions for the arrival into Louisville. And one last look at, I think I love that X-plane. That's Cincinnati right there. Parcel at. Yeah, man, there's no altitude issue there. Hey, coming up on altimeters here pretty soon. Alright, altimeter is coming up. 3003. It says drag required. No, I don't think we need drag. Nah, we don't need drag. We're a little high on profile right now, but the FMC will account for that. Actually, no, I guess I do need to speed brake. Speed brake extend. I get a little too fast here. Profile's back, a little too fast. Speed brake. Okay, speed brake for track. what that thing is over there. I saw Louisville poking through for a minute. Oop, sorry. Alright. Speed brake stand, let's start slowing her down. Inhibitors are good, let's go exterior lights. Okay, set or checklist complete.
Altitude.
1,000 to go.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, speed brake. Track. Reset altitude down to 6,000 feet. Alright, I'm gonna cut the music. Okay, get a little fast. Correcting note. Big brakes. Alright, let's keep it going down to 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet. Got the speed brakes out, still trying to slow her down. Bumpy in this cloud here. I think there's some chopping here. Alright, let's get ready for CTAF. 4.2. Definitely a little bump in this cloud here. Alright, sweep brakes extend. You gotta slow her down. In the clouds right now. Let's get this thing slowed down.
Altitude.
8,000 to go. Okay, we got localizer and glide slope coming alive here. I think we're gonna go ahead and start making our turn. Start picking up the ILS. Okay, speed brake, retract. Let's go flaps, or slats extend.
2500.
Ground contact. Weather seems to be matching up. Let's go flaps 15. Alright, let's start turning towards the okay, coming right, 320. Let's arm approach land.
Stabilizer motion.
Really bumpy. Okay, localizer capture. Looks like we're gonna overshoot it, but we'll correct back in. Wind is from the left, 290 at 11. The left quartering crosswind for landing.
2500.
Okay, looks like the glide slope's starting to come in, and we are correcting back towards the localizer. Autopilot's engaged. Okay. Boilers are armed. Auto brakes minimum. Let's go medium. Okay, we are on the glide slope. Let's go flaps 28, gear down. Okay, visual. Speed check flaps 25.
Stabilizer motion. Landing gear. Stabilizer motion.
Speed check flaps 50. Before landing check, this landing gear down 4 greens, full handles arms, auto brakes mediums, flats and flaps 50. Altimeter 3003, EAD check green box landing clearance. Louisville traffic UPS 600 heavy was on final. V5 right.
Stabilizer motion. Autopilot. Autopilot.
Hey, my aircraft. Bottles. Little low, correcting. Little slow.
Approaching minimum. 200. Minimum.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. First list. And you're braking. Looks like we needed the whole runway for this one. Loaded quite a bit there at the end. Louisville traffic UPS 600 heavy is clear. 35 right at Delta 6. Taxi to ramp 6. Via Delta. Cross 29. Okay, well, wasn't my prettiest approach, but I'll take it. 265 on a landing rate, not ideal. Alright. After landing checklist. Speed brake, retract and disarm. Flaps and slats up. Auto brakes. Off. Radar switch. Off. Landing light off, nose light on, wind turn off, high intensity lights off, anti-ice is not on, and APU start. Snap trim. Head down. Okay, snap trim set 2 degrees, nose up. Okay, there's 29. Place is empty, man. Where is everybody tonight? On the brakes. Coming right. This is ramp 6 here. All right. Okay, parking brake set. Transponder. Standby. Fuel switches. 3, 1, 2. Wing and engine anti-ice is not on. Windshield anti-ice is off. Windshield defog off. Emergency power switch off. IRS switches off. Beacon light off. Full chocks and ground power unit. There we go. Parking brake released. Sonar power on. APU power off. APU off. Alright guys. About 190,000 pounds of turkeys delivered to Louisville. That should help my hub numbers out. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was just a kind of quiet Friday night thing. Just enjoyed a little quiet flight from Toronto back to here. My first time flying out of Toronto. That was pretty fun. So I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. I'll catch you guys on the next one.